Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news. Alright, folks, today we're diving deep into what might be one of the most intriguing developments for the 49ers this offseason. And let me tell you, it's something that could significantly shape their chances in the upcoming NFL season. 49ers, as we all know, have built a formidable team over the past few years, especially on the defensive side, with that relentless pass rush and a secondary that's been among the best in the league. But when it comes to the offensive side, especially the wide receiver position, there's been a bit of a question mark lingering. And no, it's not just about who's on the roster now, but about what the front office might do to upgrade that position, to give Brock Purdy even more weapons to work with. Now, just recently, the 49ers brought in Gabe Davis for a workout. That happened last month, and let me tell you, it's interesting because reports suggest they didn't offer him a contract right away. But the fact that they showed interest, that's telling us they're actively looking for options to bolster their receiving core. And that's no surprise because, let's face it, even with Brandon Ayuk and Ricky Pearsall in the mix, the depth and consistency at wide receiver haven't been as solid as they'd like. Ayuk, despite his incredible talent, is coming off a serious knee injury, and Pearsall, though promising, only has 11 NFL games under his belt. That's a small sample size for a team that's aiming for championship greatness. So naturally, the rumors are swirling, and some credible sources like CBS Sports are pointing out that the 49ers make a lot of sense as a landing spot for some of the big-name wide receivers still on the market, names like Amari Cooper and Keenan Allen. And when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Both players bring a level of proven production and veteran savvy that could be exactly what the 49ers need right now. CBS's Cody Benjamin highlights that the Niners didn't go all out in free agency early on, instead choosing to be prudent with their spending, especially after the big contracts they handed out to their core players. But that doesn't mean they're not looking to make a splash later on, especially at the wide receiver position. Now, why would they want to bring in a guy like Cooper or Allen? Well, it's simple. The 49ers have a very specific identity on offense. Kyle Shanahan's system relies heavily on precise route running, timing, and creating mismatches. Brandon Ayuk is a fantastic receiver, a true X-factor when healthy, but he's still recovering from that knee injury. Ricky Pearsall, while promising, is still relatively new to the league and has only shown flashes of brilliance in limited opportunities. So adding a veteran like Cooper or Allen could serve as an insurance policy, especially for a young quarterback like Brock Purdy, who's shown incredible poise and talent but still has a lot to prove over a full season. Now, let's analyze these options a bit more. Jauan Jennings, who's been a favorite among fans and a reliable target in the slot, is similar to Cooper in some ways. Jennings is a gritty, physical receiver who excels at contested catches and blocking, but he might not be the ideal X receiver that the 49ers need to stretch the field or be that go-to guy on third down. Cooper, on the other hand, can be that guy. He's a seasoned route runner with the ability to line up as the X receiver, and more importantly, he can step in immediately and produce. Cooper's experience with the Dallas Cowboys and Cleveland Browns has shown he's a reliable target who can create separation and make tough catches, exactly what the 49ers need to keep defenses honest. Let's not forget about Keenan Allen. When healthy, Allen is one of the most dynamic route runners in the league. His ability to find soft spots in zone coverage and make contested catches is exceptional. But Allen comes with a bigger salary cap hit, and that's where the potential obstacle lies. The 49ers, as we know, are cautious about their spending this offseason, especially after extending some of their key players. So the question becomes, can they afford to bring in Allen without sacrificing other areas of the roster? Or will they lean more towards Cooper, who might be a bit more affordable and still fits perfectly into their system? Now, why is this such a big deal? Because adding a proven veteran receiver could elevate the entire offense. It would give Brock Purdy that extra security blanket on critical downs, especially in tight games or playoff scenarios where every yard matters. It could also open up opportunities for Ayuk down the field, creating more one-on-one matchups and forcing defenses to spread out. Shanahan's offense thrives on deception and misdirection, but having a reliable deep threat or possession receiver can make all the difference in turning drives into points. But here's where it gets tricky. The front office, led by John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, are known for their calculated moves. They're not typically those who throw money around just to make a splash. It's about value, about finding the right fit at the right price. And honestly, that might be the biggest challenge here. Because, as much as fans might want a big-name acquisition, the reality is that any deal for Cooper or Allen will come at a cost, and the 49ers might be hesitant to stretch their budget further after already investing in their core. And speaking of the front office, it's worth mentioning that this team has been built with a long-term vision. They've prioritized drafting and developing talent, and they've shown a willingness to be patient. But when it comes to adding that missing piece, they're also not shy about making bold moves if it means giving their roster a competitive edge. That's what makes this offseason so fascinating. Will they pull the trigger on a veteran wide receiver, or will they stick with what they have and hope that the younger guys step up? Now, let's talk about some of the other factors at play. The 49ers are coming off a season that saw them fall just short of another Super Bowl appearance, losing to the Kansas City Chiefs in an intense, hard-fought game. That loss stings, but it also fuels their desire to come back stronger. Everything indicates that Shanahan and Lynch are fully committed to pushing this team over the top. They're always looking for ways to improve, to fill gaps, and to adapt to what the league is throwing at them. And one thing that's clear is that the NFC West remains one of the most competitive divisions in football. The Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals are constantly reshaping their rosters, trying to catch up or surpass the 49ers. The Rams, for example, still have a potent offense led by Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp when healthy. The Seahawks have added some key pieces and have a young, emerging quarterback in Geno Smith. And the Cardinals, while rebuilding, still have Kyler Murray and a roster that's capable of surprises. So, the 49ers need to stay sharp, and that might mean making a strategic move for a veteran wide receiver to keep them ahead of the pack. Now, let's pause here for a second. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Because, folks, the potential acquisition of a player like Cooper or Allen isn't just about adding another name to the roster. It's about sending a message to the league that the 49ers are serious about contending at the highest level, that they're willing to make aggressive moves to secure their next Super Bowl shot. It's about reinforcing the offense around Brock Purdy and ensuring that when the playoffs roll around, the team is as dangerous as ever. And let's not forget the team's recent draft picks and young talent. Players like Brandon Ayuk, who's shown flashes of being a true number one, are still developing. Ricky Pearsall is a promising rookie, but he's still raw. The addition of a veteran receiver could accelerate their growth, give them a mentor on the field, and help them reach their full potential sooner. Shanahan's offense is all about timing and chemistry, and sometimes, having a seasoned veteran can be the difference between a good season and a great one. Now looking ahead, we have to consider the salary cap implications. The 49ers are known for being smart with their cap space, and any move for a top-tier receiver like Cooper or Allen would need to be carefully negotiated. They might have to make some tough choices, perhaps restructuring contracts or moving some players to create space. Or maybe they'll wait for the right opportunity later in the offseason, when the market settles and prices become more reasonable. Still, the desire is clearly there. The team's leadership understands that to maximize Brock Purdy's window and to keep the championship window open, they need to surround him with the best possible weapons. It's a chess game, every move counts, and the offseason is the time to make bold decisions. If they do manage to land a veteran like Cooper, it could elevate the entire offense, giving Shanahan even more flexibility and creativity in his play calling. And let's keep in mind the history here. Kyle Shanahan has always been an offensive mastermind, and he's shown in the past that he can craft schemes that maximize the talents of his receivers. Adding a veteran of Cooper's caliber would not only boost the team in the short term, but could also shape the offense for years to come. And with Brock Purdy's rise, it's about building a foundation that can sustain success over the long haul. To wrap things up, folks, what does all this mean for the 49ers? It means that they're still in the market for that missing piece on offense. It means they're willing to explore options beyond their current roster, weighing the costs and benefits of bringing in proven talent. It also signals that they're aware that competition in the NFC West is fierce, and they need to do everything possible to stay ahead. So, fans, keep your eyes peeled, because this offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory for the 49ers. Whether they make a move for Cooper, Allen, or perhaps another veteran receiver, one thing is clear. The team is serious about contending again, about pushing for that elusive second Super Bowl title. And as always, we will be here to bring you all the latest updates, rumors, and analysis. Because nothing beats the passion of 49ers fans, and we're all in this together, rooting for another championship run. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news.